Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play .hack.gu Volume 2. Ugh, my god, I am stumbling all over my words. First things first, I changed my deck around in Crimson Versus, even though we're not really focusing too much on this. I was kind of going for more of a, defensive approach this time. So I got Adderley in there. I got a card that added 2 AP to her general for every junction card she held, just in case I hold these, just to up her attack a little bit. But then my main things were to add 5 HP to my general and to recover HP in between each turn. Because I kind of want to just, like I said, just kind of wanted to do, like, a defensive approach. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show that off. I guess we'll see how that deck lasts us when we're going through. But anyway, last time we had... last time was super awkward, because I was just doing my normal Alkaid jokes, and then, I don't know, it got a little too much for me, and I'm just kind of cringing about it now. Right. But whatever, it's fine, everything's fine. It's all fictional characters, it's whatever, who cares? Oh, man, yeah, I don't know, I'm getting tired, I guess. My schedule's looking pretty tight right now, so I'm trying to record as much as possible in these couple days I have off right now. So, I don't know, I think I'm just kind of getting to the point where I'm just kind of fading and just kind of babbling. So, because I recorded like a ton of episodes today, so I just want to... I think this is going to be the last one I do for today, and then I'll pick it up back again tomorrow and hopefully get a little more composed. Because, well, I don't know. So I'll apologize again in advance if I'm just kind of mumbling and, you know, going on about whatever, whoever, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, can we start this over? Jesus Christ. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play .hack.gu Volume 2. This is Some Type of Artist, and we're doing another training episode with just Alkaid, because I don't know why they keep doing this, but they give you this opportunity to train for the tournament and make one of your tournament people unavailable to come with you.
Time to begin training for the semi-final.
My god, are we there already?
And as everyone knows, the important thing for advanced guards is effective teamwork. If we all work together properly to protect Adderley, our party's stability will be that much stronger.
Aw, she cares about Adderley.
It's better to learn these kinds of things physically rather than mentally. For now, let's just go hunt us up some monsters.
I was gonna make a joke there, but since I'm still I'm too sensitive about last episode, I feel like, whatever. I'm not gonna make it. I'm too tired for this shit. We're doing a training episode with just Alkaid, so that's fun. And god, what a cluttered map. What a complicated map. There's so much... oh my god. Yeah, Volume 2 starts introducing, like, warp panels more often in your, in the maps that they give you to do. So that can make things a little trickier. But it's still not too bad. We're in a field at the very least. I don't know why I feel it's more complicated in a dungeon, but, you know, it is. For me, anyway. I don't know. But I'd kind of prefer just not having to worry about warping around from place to place. It does get kind of just disorienting for me. But honestly, this area is not too bad as long as you keep up on your healing. That's the main thing you've got to always be concerned with when you only have 2 people, because you're going to be taking more damage than normal. And since we don't have Adderley here, you're going to have to worry about the healing. So luckily, both you and Alkaid are more than capable of fighting, but in between battles, it would probably help just to top your characters off, or at least get them at a comfortable level. When I'm going through a dungeon or an area or whatever, and I just notice that people are kind of low on HP and SP, I usually like to tip them off around like halfway, 3/4 of the way. Because I don't feel like you really need to, like, blow all your items to, like, get everybody back to full health unless you're in a situation where you're particularly, dangerous. and since this is GU and the game's pretty easy, I wouldn't worry about that too much. But, man, look at that scythe. It's so satisfying just to be able to, like, hit so many people at once. It really is. The scythe is definitely one of the cooler weapons in this game. And not just because it's, like, an edgelord Grim Reaper kind of situation. Although that was definitely one of the reasons I liked it back in the day. Yeah, you want to just get cringy, just get so delusional and talk about cringy stuff. Like, let's talk about, like, some of the original characters I made back in the day that, like, had scythes and katanas and shit like that. Let's go, like, full-on cringe then with that. I remember, one of my friends I had when I was younger, we wanted to make a comic together, and we never ended up doing it, but we did draw, like, a lot of characters for it and plan stories. And I remember one of the characters I had, and this was when I first got into Final Fantasy VII and became, like, such a Final Fantasy VII fanboy, and, like, drew Cloud and Sephiroth, like, all the time. Like, I made a character that was basically, like, a younger-looking Sephiroth with, like, the same hair and stuff, and, like, basically a Haseo attitude, but, like, calmer, if that makes sense. And he had his katana, and man, I was like a huge fan whenever I drew of like inking as much stuff as possible, so I always just like put the blood on the sword and everything like that and make it drip all over the place. And I don't know, I just thought it was something that looked cool, and you know, it's, as a teenager it's cool. Now it's super cringy and edgelordy, and you know, definitely raised concerns about with my parents, and I don't know, I don't think any teachers like saw anything I did, but yeah, it's definitely super embarrassing to look back at now. It's too many things were super embarrassing to look back at now. Did I have somebody with a scythe? I think I did, but that, I don't think it was like any specific character I tried to create. I think it was just like, I don't know, it may have just been like little Grim Reapers. Because I forget, I was never really too into skateboarding or anything, but wasn't there, like... I forget if it was either, like, a skateboarding kind of mascot, or if it was, like a mascot you just see on, like, on a brand of a t-shirt that a lot of skaters wore, but wasn't there, like, a little Grim Reaper who had his, like, hood up, and it was, like, a skull face, and he, like, had a, like, cartoony scythe with him? Like, I used to draw shit like that, too, with scythes. But, I don't know. I was definitely a very weird teenager, like, way too influenced by anime. I guess not too weird. I mean, with the internet the way it is now, it's at least reassuring to know there was, like, plenty of other people like me, you know, back then and now. I guess it's just all part of, like, being a teenager or being a nerd or whatever like that. Now, definitely not, you know, really into that shit anymore, but you know, I guess I can kind of see where the appeal for Haseo comes from when you're like in that mindset and like that kind of stuff. One of the few times we actually use a healing spell in battle. Yeah, and as I mentioned before too, you can actually go to other players' skills and force them to use a specific skill in battle too. It just feels like weird and inconvenient. It doesn't have like more of like a general strategy like the original games did, where you can just say like everybody use attack spells or everybody use like attack skills or something like that. But man, what else did I'm trying to think. I drew a lot more than I do now, and I kind of like to get back into it just for like the cathartic experience of it. But oh, hold on. This is actually an important scene.
Hey, Haseo.
Yes.
Do you know what happened to Endrance after the tournament?
That's a very good question, and one I'm kind of like pissed that no one has mentioned until now.
Endrance?
That was like 20 parts ago. No one's like said a word about it.
I haven't heard anything about him since I defeated him in the Demon Palace title match.
I see.
Besides, I can't talk about epitaphs and Ida with Alkaid.
But I saw Endrance after that. He looked like he'd been hollowed out from the inside.
Yeah, we
It's
basically
like-
took his lover away from him.
Like he had his life drained from him. It
Or
was just
his
like seeing a
representation of his
ghost.
lover, or something like that.
Hey!
Oh, it's our familiar alley.
Can't you hear me? Endrance?
The way she talks to him, it's like, it like implies that like they're friends or stuff, so... I don't know, it's weird. I'd like to know a little bit more about Alkaid's like relationship with Endrance and Sirius and like the other people of the Colo.
Endrance!
It's something we like unfortunately don't get to
you
see.
recognize me?
Yeah, Endrance doesn't look too good.
She's disappeared. My beautiful Mia.
Would you look at yourself? Pull yourself together! I don't believe this. You are the same guy who defeated me, aren't you?
Where could my Mia have gone?
Huh? Wait! Hey! I said wait! Endrance!
It's all my fault. If I just hadn't lost. Please, I promise I won't lose next time. Please, Mia. Mia. Mia.
Jeez, man.
My Mia.
Really wish we could stop focusing on Haseo and start learning more about some of these other characters when after scenes like that.
Well, this has gotten kind of sentimental. Shall we head back?
Wait, what? No, let's finish the area. Jesus, we're here, aren't we? What was I saying? Yeah, so cringy things I drew like that. It wasn't all cringe. Like you guys know by now, I was like a huge anime fan back then in high school. So, you know, obviously I drew like a ton of anime stuff. Nothing really new or original, just like copying pictures. Evangelion was my favorite anime back then, and so I drew like a lot of pictures of Shinji and Asuka and Rei that were in the comics. Let's see, what else? Drew some Inuyasha stuff here and there. Drew a lot of Final Fantasy VII stuff. I don't know. There wasn't really like any kind of pattern. Just like any like picture I just thought was cool looking, I just tried to draw it and copy it down. I was also really into like Jonan Vasquez like halfway through high school too. Like I started reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac around that time, and you know I was super into that. And since I was like super into like inking like heavy things with my pen, like obviously like that style is like an inker's wet dream. So I started drawing a lot of things like that too. Oh my god, so cringy, but I like made like a character of myself like that too. That was like super fucking embarrassing. Like I hope no one ever finds those comics I did. Super, oh my god, super embarrassing. Why am I even telling you this shit? Oh, god damn it. Yeah, but like whatever I drew, it was always like, I don't know, either like anime or cartoony. Oh, by the way, this is the point when I switched to the Beast Awakening. So if you want to see Haseo in his like Terror of Death armor in like a Beast Awakening portrait, this is when I do that. And something I didn't really realize until watching this footage back, he has different portraits depending on what weapon you have out. So the next time I do this one, he's holding a scythe, so he looks a little different then. But, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I used to really want to do something with art, but then, I don't know. There was this one part in, I rarely ever watch, like, commentaries on movies or DVDs or anything like that, but on one of my FLCL DVDs, I was watching the commentaries for it, and they were talking about the one or two scenes where they like did the manga panels, and they just like went into like detail about like how much effort it took just for like that like I don't know like minute long segment, and I don't know. I feel like at that point I kind of realized, you know, as much as I love drawing, I can't imagine like putting that much time into doing this kind of thing for a job. And I guess that's like a reasonable thing to expect when you're like 15 or 16 years old, because it does kind of feel like a lot. But I don't know. Drawing was always something that I just really liked to do, and kind of like fell off it sometime during college. Like I remember still drawing a lot in like the first year of college, but I don't know, something just kind of dropped off on me for it. It's because my first semester of college, I actually took like an introductory drawing class. I took 2 of them actually, and they were like, they really didn't motivate me to go along with it at all. I hated my teacher for the one class. He was just super unsupportive, and like I get like you gotta learn to like have like a critical eye for shit like that, but like when you're a high schooler like just exploring like the world of art in college for the first time, I feel like there needs to like be like a better like bridge between doing this for fun and doing this for a living. Like, and this was all just like at a community college too. Like I've heard like horror stories from people that have went to like art institutes and stuff like that. Like how like professors would just like crumple up other, you know, drawings that people have done and throw for projects and like throw them away. It's like that's so rude and inappropriate. Like that like really makes me feel like college isn't worth like the money it takes to attend to it. Like I'm very glad I did not go to college for art. That it just seems like an incredibly horrifying experience. And I mean, like everyone's experience isn't always going to be the same like that. Like I get it, but it's I don't know. Just I don't really agree with a lot of the ways college did things, like handling tests and handling workloads and stuff like that. I don't know, I guess in the end it all really depends on the type of professor you have. But after that class, I remember feeling very discouraged from drawing. I didn't stop entirely. I remember towards the end of high school, and I was feeling like super sentimental. I made like this giant collage of like every anime character and video game character that I like experienced during high school, and I didn't end up doing it in high school, but I did finish it off like halfway through college.
Nice weapon. Congratulations, Haseo.
Maybe that's something
Did you choose this
that like
area
deterred me from just
because you
drawing for
knew?
fun, because I spent so much time working on that one project.
Oh, who knows why I picked it?
Whatever, what's happening here?
Hey, what's wrong, Haseo? Wait, don't tell me you're unexpectedly touched and...
Do you know what honeysuckles symbolize?
Huh? Symbolize?
Are you sure about letting me have these?
Yes. Please take
Oh my god, a Shino cutscene.
I want you to have them.
They really should have had more of these scenes in the game.
I,
Something more than still shots, too.
Hey, Haseo. Do you know what those twin swords, honeysuckle, symbolize?
What a natural sounding line that anyone would say.
Yes.
no, what?
Devoted affection.
What?
It's weird. It's really weird because it's like
What honeysuckle symbolize?
I really remember Shino being more for Ovon than Haseo
affection.
in Roots, but I guess I'll find that out. Oh, so cute.
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
I didn't mean anything like that. No, not in the slightest. No, not at all, you understand?
It's so weird here. Like she's
Get some better equipment, that's all. To improve
she's like so so forward for her feelings for Haseo, like at any other time, but like as soon as he like calls her out for it, she like turns and runs. It's so weird. It's like she needs to be on top or she like loses her cool.
Shino. At that time, I was happy just having you and Ovan with me. I really didn't need anything besides that. Shino, I miss you.
Aw. And that's a legit aw too. I do like the scene. Like, there really needed to be more scenes like this to, like, at least help show what Shino meant to Haseo. And what Ovan meant to Haseo, for that matter. Because, like, I don't know. We really don't know anything about it other than these, like, few cutscenes that have appeared since the start of the game. They really should have, like, been more there, because, like, you can, like, understand Haseo's frustration with the world when you put that into context, but when, like, stuff like that is so few and far between, it's like, all you really see is, like, Haseo just being an asshole. So, like, I don't know. Whatever. Just really wish there was more of that, but I do remember, and I don't know if it's really like that or not, but I do remember Shino kind of being more in love with Ovan than Haseo, and it was, like, a love triangle between them. Or maybe that's just how Haseo felt, and I don't know. I've really got to just watch Roots and talk about it then. I don't know. I almost want to say, like, Shino in the game kind of feels like a different person than Shino in the anime, too. But, I don't know. Like I keep saying, we'll get there when they get there. God, Jesus Christ, these last 2 episodes have been such a jumbled mess. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.